So this is how you use SMMShaker. If you are from Uganda or any part of Africa, this is how you use SMMShaker. So once you're here, the first thing if you're a new user, you're supposed to register on our website. So you don't need to use your social media passwords and logins. Once you reach here, you're just supposed to sign up. You just create an account. So you can either or you can easily sign in on Google. If you have a Google account or whatever, you can just click here and you will be automatically signed in. You won't need to do anything. You just tap here and you'll be automatically signed in. But if you don't have a Google account and you want to sign up manually, you just click either here on the register button or you click here on create a free account. So any of those buttons will just do the same thing. So once you click there, you will be redirected to the sign up page. So once you're here, as I've said, you can either just decide to sign up with Google, which will be the simplest. You won't need to do anything. You just click there and you go there side. But if you don't have a Google account, or if you're using maybe a device that doesn't support sign up with Google, you'll just come here and fill this form. So here you don't use your social media account, you just create a random account. So for example, I can just use a random account, let's say Cram. Then from there you enter your email, because that's what you'll use to track your details. So I'll enter there my email, then you WhatsApp, then you suggest a strong password that you will remember. Then you confirm just the password that you have written above there. Then after that, you will confirm you are not a robot. Once everything is clearly filled, the next thing you're supposed to do, you just come here and tap on now on the register button. Once you have done that, you'll be now redirected to the inside of the page, to the landing page. So once you're here, you can easily place your order very fast and secure. So once you're here, you'll see that your page is 0. So that means you need to advance. You just go to the advance page. Once you are on the advance page, you choose the payment method that you want. By default, the first payment method is MTN MoMo, or also you have another MTN MoMo. So you choose one that fits you. If the one that is there, the minimum amount you can add for mobile money is 500 UGX, but for other you can add as much as possible. There's no limit, like that's just the smallest amount you can add. So let's say for example I want to add 5k. I'll just click there, then go to the then tap the advance, then I'll be redirected to this page. So once you're here, you'll just, if you want to use Airtel, you'll tap there on Airtel. If you want to use MTN, you'll tap there on MTN. So if I want to use cards, I'll tap here on card, then I'll fill my details. But just know all the payment methods are here. So once I've done that, here you'll enter your mobile number. After that, you'll tap on proceed, then you'll be prompted to enter your PIN. Once you enter the PIN, payment will be added automatically. So alternatively, you can also choose this another payment method that is here. We have two options. You can also choose this. You will come here and enter the amount. Let's say you want to pay 1000 UDX, then you click on add funds securely button. Once you're here, you will select the one that you want, either MTN, Airtel. You select there, then you'll enter here your phone number starting with 0. Then from there, you will tap here on pay. Then you'll be prompted on your phone either to dial for MTN. Most of the time you'll be prompted maybe to dial star 165. Then you approve the transaction, then it will be deducted. So that's how it goes. So that is the option number 2 for Uganda. Yeah, so that is how you add, but we have a lot of payment methods, as you can see. So if you are not from Uganda, you want to change site currency, you can just tap here and you select the currency that you want. And also there are a lot of payment methods, not only Uganda. You can pay with cryptocurrency, cards, and many more. Then also, if you want to, after adding funds, the next thing is you'll go to the new order page. Once you're here on the new order page, now you select the service that you want. Do you want likes? Do you want followers? So there are available services from all platforms. But for example, let's say you want TikTok views. You will select TikTok views, select the service that you want. Then here you enter your TikTok video link. So if you want to buy views or likes, you use the video link. But if you want to buy followers, you use page link. So those are the things that are very crucial. You don't confuse. If you want to buy likes, use the video or the post link. If you want to buy followers, use the page link. The same way for Instagram. If you want likes, you'll come there and select the like that you want. Then you enter the post link. Which post do you want to promote? If you want followers, you'll come there and select followers. Then you enter here. Which page do you want to promote? So you have to enter the link to that specific page, not to the post. So that is the crucial thing. Like if you want to buy likes, use posts link. If you want to buy followers, use page link. And if you want to buy YouTube subscribers, use your YouTube channel link. If you want to buy YouTube views, use your YouTube video link. So how can you get the link? So if you, let's say for example, if you're a TikToker, to get the link of the name that you want, you just come here and tap on the share arrow. Once you tap there, you'll come here and click on copy link. So that way you will get the link that you'll use for buying followers. What if you want likes? You'll go to the post that you want to get likes for. For example, let's say this. Then I'll click here on these three dots. Once I click on those three dots, then I'll go to here and tap on copy link. So that means I'll have copied the link that I will use to buy likes for this specific post. So I'll just go to the site and select, let's say I want TikTok views for that post or TikTok likes for that. So I'll come here and paste here the link. For example, if it's for Instagram, I'll just go to my Instagram page and tap here on share, then come here and tap on copy link. So the link, this one will be for getting followers for my Instagram. So I'll just come here again and select Instagram followers. Then here I will paste the link that I want to promote. From there I'll come here and enter how many likes do I want, how many views do I want. Then here, this where you will type. From there you will submit your order. So for example, if you want likes, you'll go to the post that you want to buy likes for and tap here on share arrow, then copy the post link for that, then go and paste it there. So I'll come here and I select post likes, then I enter the link that I've just copied, then I enter the quantity, how many likes. After that I'll click on submit. So the same applies to all other platforms, and also you can join the referral and earn program. We'll come here and click on refer and earn. Once you tap there, this page will appear, then you'll come here and copy your referral link. So once people join in that referral link, you will get 4% to 10% of what they add. For example, if someone pays 1 million UGX, you'll get 4 to 10% of what they add anytime they top up. Minimum withdrawal is 500 UGX for referral earnings. So in case you have anything, you can always reach out to the support team with easily. You can always reach out. So there's here support button. So that's how we use our websites. If you have any issue, contact support team and you'll be helped.